Hey everybody, welcome to Slightly Off Podcast number 7. My name is Chris.
My name is Will.
And I am Victoria.
So, Chris, I gotta say,
We're back! Just
We
like
are
Independence
back.
Day 2. Whether you want us
I hope
or
that's
not.
good. I hope that's gonna be good. I mean, without Will Smith, I don't really know what you're
Which
gonna
part?
do.
The Independence Day. Didn't that already come out?
Yeah, that's already out. It's got bad reviews.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
mostly everybody's just saying, like, it really needed Will Smith
I got
in it.
really confused. I was like, is there... Like, did they secretly do a
No,
third
it,
one
it
in,
came
like,
out
2
like
months?
4th of July.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it
me,
actually came out on 4th of July, really?
Did it really?
Yeah, like around that time. I think it was the week before.
Wow, man, that
Yeah,
shows you how on top of that I am.
not at all.
Exactly.
Welcome to the movie podcast.
Yeah, that's why this isn't a movie podcast,
No.
because I watch, like, I go to one movie every few months, and that's
Yeah.
really about it. Like, when Batman vs. Superman came out, I waited for that to come out on Redbox before I watched it, because I didn't want to spend money
That
on
was
it.
probably the best decision. I haven't watched it yet, but from everything I've been told, probably a smart idea.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Chris, what do you have on the agenda?
Oh, we've missed a lot in the gaming world. So instead, we're just going to go straight to the new stuff.
Yeah.
Because you guys
Rocket
don't care about
League.
what
Rocket
we have
League
to say
update.
about old
Just
stuff. You want to
came
know
out.
what we have to say about new stuff.
I mean,
Like Rocket League, which came out Tuesday. The update, at least, of it.
so,
Which, it's called Rumble.
yeah, why don't you go over what Rumble is for everyone?
So Rumble is a new idea that a lot of people have asked about, which is just having kind of like a Mario Kart-esque power-ups. So there's like one where you can freeze the ball. There's another one where you can boost a player out of control. You can swap places with them. There's another one where you become what I like to just call a porcupine, where the ball just sticks to your vehicle.
Which is my favorite one, by
and
the
you
way.
can just drive it right in for a goal. What's another one? You can swap places with people. There's one with a harpoon, so you can harpoon the ball, a plunger, and
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty amazing
punching glove.
update. Unfortunately, I have not played it, but I have a buddy who can not say enough good things about it. Mainly praising the freeze ability and that spike ability where you like freeze the ball in air, especially when someone's going up to boost to hit it and they just sail right past it because it's frozen, or like
yeah.
getting the ball stuck to you and driving around with it. I don't know. It sounds amazing. It sounds like something that should have been there when the game launched.
Well, it definitely seems like something that's what a lot of games are starting to turn to when they don't. When that's what you do. You just kind of get in a match. Like Overwatch kind of has like they have their arcade modes, but every now and then they throw in a rumble. Rocket League is doing that now to where you go ahead and, you can play the regular
Right.
match, or you can go ahead and get like the extra additives, which, I mean, you also can't blame them for it's only a $20 game, right? 25.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
can't blame them for actually getting a game out there that, a working game first after they patched
Oh,
it a
most
few
definitely.
times.
Most definitely.
Well, I mean, it's like a silly game overall, but it really fits in with like the Rocket League universe. They really did an amazing job with it. I played a few games of it, and it seems to, like, even though there's all these really kind of defensive abilities, I think it's really helped people score more goals. Mm-hmm. Just because of, like, now there's so many uncertain things going on the offensive end that when you're on defense, it's a little bit harder to defend against random, like, somebody punching the ball out of midair to score a goal or something
Right.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely adds a whole new like tactic to the game. It keeps the game fresh, and I don't know. I'm personally excited to try it out. I realize once again I'm behind the power curve, but still, it sounds like a really awesome update.
No, yeah, go ahead and play it. I played it for like an hour the other night, and it was a lot of fun.
Most definitely.
Awesome.
So who here is excited for the new Destiny DLC, Rise of Iron, to come out next week?
I am pretty excited,
Oh,
yeah.
I already have it pre-ordered, ready for my Galahorn.
ready for your black and silver
gun.
Galahorn.
Damn right I am.
Uh,
I just really wish they decided, you know what? Let's skip the black and silver. Let's just go red, white, and blue.
oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
nice
Because
in America.
America.
Galahorn. I mean, nothing
mean,
says
just
America like
wait.
a Galahorn.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't put like gun like skins. Yeah, it seems like something that they would do in that type of game. Like,
so I don't know if you guys have
glad
seen,
they
but
did it, though.
exotics now have 2 skin variants that you can choose between. So I mean that's sort of
Closer.
like having a skin
We're
for your
getting
weapon,
closer.
but it's something, and it's just for exotics, which is kind of cool since it's like an added perk or added bonus for getting one of those weapons or pieces of armor. So that'll be really cool.
And this is going to be the last DLC for Destiny 2 before
they release the second game.
really move on to Destiny 2. Or I mean,
they're
really already on it.
They have to have started working on it right now because they literally have nothing else to work on the
pretty
game
much almost
except
done
for
with-
maybe a patch or two once the new DLC comes out. Because like most games now, there are going to be issues.
Right, and so I mean, I don't know. I'm really curious to see what kind of direction they take Destiny 2 in, and I realize that it's crazy to be talking about Destiny 2 when we have a new DLC coming out, but you do bring up a really good point of now that's like the next thing they have to work on, so it's kind of cool to see that that's going to happen. But in regards to the new DLC, do you guys know what the level cap is going to be, or what the new light level cap is going to be? Because I'm trying to think if it was 355 or 365.
I have no idea.
Yeah, well,
I think it's going to be 365.
yeah. So basically, what I'm thinking is that because the raid is supposed to come out 3 days after the release, which is like not leaving people much time to boost up their light level, doing like just moving through the story or doing strikes. So it'll be interesting to see what their recommended light level is for the raid.
No, it's going to have to be over probably around 360 as their preferred for the raid.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely, but I'm wondering, is it going to be the cap?
Well, don't most raids have like multi levels too? So it has like the normal and the hard.
Yeah, but what they did with the Taken King was they released the normal raid, and then a few weeks after the normal raid came out, then they came out with hard mode. So, which had, when they released hard mode, they also increased the light level cap. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's just going to be the thing where like, listen, we're going to release the raid early, and you can either keep grinding your light level or
just go at it and try.
And yeah, you can do your best. And I'm sure most of those guys who are just running this game 24/7, trying to be the first team or first fire team to complete the raid are just going to be going crazy those first few days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, originally with the Taken King, it was 310 was before the hard mode raid, and then after the hard mode came out, it was 320.
Right.
No, wait.
I thought it was.
I'm
was
sorry.
320.
It was 320
with the normal mode,
and then 335.
Yeah, 335 after hard mode came out. So, I'm not sure if it's just going to be like the new light level cap is going to be 365, and then they recommend that you be 350 before you start the raid, or you know what I mean, so they don't have to do 2 light level bumps. But I don't. Regardless, it's going to be awesome, and I just realized that I'm going to be in Alabama next week, so I might not be able to play it until a week after everyone else gets to play it. No!
Oh, no.
Why?
Hey, we'll tell you how it is. Don't worry.
Oh, my gosh. I'm going to be getting tweets from you guys
all.
playing. Be like, oh, check out this new, awesome legendary weapon I got, or this new armor piece. I'm going to be like, you guys suck. I don't know. I'm just
turn off Twitter for, like, the week you're gone. Just turn it off.
What am I supposed to do? I'm in another city, sitting alone, just chilling. I'm in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I mean, so no offense to you guys who go to the University of Alabama or who live there, but Tuscaloosa is hella boring. All right, it is hella boring.
Just get a hold of Savannah.
Well, Will, all you need to worry about is football.
Just get a hold of Savannah
my
and I
gosh.
don't know, like take over like RT Alabama for the week. Be like, this is my
awesome.
group now. Look at me, I'm the captain.
You all belong to me. Florida is taking over. We are taking over. We're going to start with Alabama.
Florida's
Wait,
gotten
we're
too
we're
small.
taking
We need
over
to
everywhere.
expand.
I feel like we could take Alabama before we took Georgia. I feel like Alabama would just kind of keel over and let us take them. But yeah, so I'm going to have to. I was thinking about bringing my Xbox with me, but I don't know what kind of internet connection I'm going to have in Alabama. So I'm afraid I'm going to be having like
They don't have
Chris
internet in
levels of
Alabama. Trick question.
So I don't know. We'll see.
All right, let's go ahead. Like I said, we'll let you know how it is, Brewer.
Yeah, that's so
let's go
kind
ahead
of
and
you.
talk about the new PS4 that's coming out.
PS4.
Aw,
Pro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just say,
What are your thoughts?
I bet it's still going to be smaller, even though like they made it like it was like 1.5 centimeters like wider, like too taller or something. It's probably still going to be smaller than the Xbox One. The Xbox One Slim, even.
Oh, really?
Probably. That's what it seems like. Because have you seen like a comparison to the two consoles like held up next to
I
each
don't
other?
think I have, actually.
It's
No, I don't
actually
think I have.
the PlayStation is actually a whole lot smaller and a lot less dense too. And it's just surprising how like Xbox and Microsoft they still haven't been able to make it like more compact.
Right.
Even though it's only like a couple centimeters bigger, I think it's actually still smaller than the Xbox.
Well, I mean, that's got to be I don't know, because I feel like for me, like the size of the console really isn't a big selling point. You know, when I look at the Xbox One, I'm like, well, it's kind of big, but it's not like I'm like,
False,
busting
Will.
through space
False.
trying to put that
Size.
underneath my TV.
Size matters, Will. Size
You would say
matters.
that. You would say that.
This
Obviously,
is
Chris
America. Size matters.
People who defend size matters. Never mind. I'm not going to finish that. It's not nice.
No, Will, go ahead.
At this point,
Finish it.
You don't need
No,
to
I'm not
finish
going to do
it.
that.
Dare
No. Oh my gosh, Chris, we're too good of friends for me to say something like that to you. All right.
Obviously, you guys haven't spent much time in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Do you guys read Control Alt Delete, the online comic?
And I like to keep it that way.
No, I haven't. I see it every now and then, but I don't like. Follow
Yeah,
it,
they
watch
have.
it.
So the guys had this series that's been kind of on and off. You know, he does a few little comics every now and then for it, but it's called Console Wars, and it's like personified gaming consoles fighting each other in an actual war. So there's like, characters that look like Xbox Ones and characters that look like PS4s and characters that look like Wii U's, and it kind of like shows each faction in the war as updates come out. So it's like when Nintendo started releasing amiibos and they became really popular, it showed the Wii U's kind of like starting to win battles using the amiibos as grenades.
That's cool.
And it's really funny. It's really, really funny. But the most recent one, because I'm not really caught up on the PS4 news, but based on what his comic was saying, it sounds like it's not going to be that great. Because I think the latest one for the comic had a PS4 soldier defecting to Microsoft and like having like surgery and becoming an Xbox One.
Well, one of the biggest things with the whole PlayStation update was that it was going to be, 4K native. Like, that was the big thing. Like, oh, it's going to support 4K and it's going to be awesome. And then, like, this news comes out, I think just a couple days ago, and it's like, yeah, it's actually not going to support 4K right off the bat. Sorry.
Hashtag oops.
That's classic. Nothing like getting duped by a gaming company.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because you're like, do you think that's going to stop people from buying it?
Oh, absolutely not, because everyone's going to want the next thing. It was like when the Xbox One came out, and even a month later, people were like, it's terrible, especially with the Kinect. It's like, what? It's like overpriced.
Yeah.
And they still keep selling them. And you know what? That's not going to change.
Shows you. No, it's not. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to use the 1S as an example because I feel like that had enough extra features. Plus, it wasn't like marketed as a new type of console, but still, it's like, oh, here's the Xbox One S, and here's a few little upgrades, and then boom, start selling like gangbusters.
Xbox One S has 4K, or at least it will.
See, exactly.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
At least it will.
It will. In which, like, the thing was though, PlayStation, Sony, they basically advertised it is going to have 4K, like native 4K, and now it's not.
They basically sold us 4K futures.
Exactly.
You know who would appreciate that? I think Joel Heyman would appreciate that. I should tweet that to him.
Go ahead and get famous, Will. First you got retweeted by Achievement Hunter, now you want to go after Joel Heyman?
I don't want to get famous. I just want him to know.
You're a retweet whore. That's what you are.
I am not a retweet whore. I've only been retweeted once.
Hashtag
and it's not my fault that. Hey, I'll help start that right now, Chris. I'm getting on Twitter and I'm gonna do that. I'm tagging you too, and I'm gonna come up with a funny hashtag for you. I don't know what it is yet, or if it's gonna be any good, but it's gonna happen.
Okay, go on, keep going. Keep saying it.
That's all I got.
No.
What? No.
Right. So you know what else the PlayStation doesn't have? Fallout 4 mods.
Oh yeah,
go.
that's true.
4 mods. They said no to those. Like, how much of a killer is that?
I mean, I'm not.
I think
totally
that's a big killer that people aren't like. Yeah, but I think
I feel like they're not really alienating
that
many people by not offering mods or mod support.
I mean, we just got them for Xbox.
But I think it
One.
hurts it though.
Yeah, but not to the extent that I don't know. Like, let me ask you a question: do you have mods enabled on your copy of Fallout 4 on your Xbox?
I don't.
Do you,
Not
Chris?
yet. I still want to beat the game before
Yes.
I.
Not yet.
So that's still
mod
no.
Exactly.
No.
I don't know.
I can't
think
enable
that's a
mods
niche
because
market.
I won't get any achievements.
Well, you can't. You can just start a new save. That's actually something I wanted to ask. If PlayStation were to have them, do you think they would do the same thing to where they disable trophies? Like, you would expect so, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
Not
they
that
would.
It matters
Oh
anymore,
yeah.
But
Oh yeah, they definitely would.
No.
I don't know. I feel like mod support is nice, but it's not a deal breaker. Like, I would never look at the PlayStation and be like,
it
they
doesn't
don't
have
offer
mods.
for.
I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I feel like people who are going to be really into mods anyway are just going to be doing it on PC.
Exactly.
If I'm someone who really enjoys modding games or using mods, I'm going to be playing Steam all day.
It's a cool extra feature, but
granted,
like you said, it's not a deal breaker.
That's a narrow view because exactly. I don't use mods, so I can't really attest to it.
You can't say it doesn't
I just feel like that's how it would
at least a little bit. Because if
it does, but I feel like it's negligible.
Especially like if you have Fallout 4 for your PS4 and not for your Xbox, it's like you're gonna trade that in just so that you can extend the life of the game a little bit longer.
I suppose.
Well, yeah. Well, that's if you have.
I'm not the person to ask.
I played the hell out of it on Xbox, and I didn't have it on PC. But I kind of I really enjoyed the world. It just got really boring, so I bought it for PC so I could at least do the mods. And let's extend this game. It was a really fun game. I really liked it.
Yeah. Oh. For sure. I mean, it's like, are there any like good mods you even want to use? I feel like I don't really know much about the mods for Fallout 4. Are they
they haven't fully like given the modders the rights to like go in there and edit the game. But the second they do, or the second they decode it, we're gonna get some crazy quest mods in there, and that should.
Well, I'm saying, like, what are the mods right now? What mods are there?
I have no clue. I'm the worst person to ask for that one because I haven't really looked at it that much.
Why are you even talking about this if none of us know anything about it?
Isn't that what we do though? Like, we don't know anything.
True.
We're gonna yell about it. America.
That's true. That's what I did with Battlefield 1.
Let's go back to our our original name for our podcast. Slightly off.
Slightly off. Yeah. I'm slightly off in the sense that I say no mod support on the PS4 is not going to hurt it at all. Boom. Done. No, Chris, that was a decree. We're not arguing about it anymore. I made the decree.
I have to agree with Will, though. I don't think it's going to hurt it. Not enough to where it would affect sales or anything like that.
Chris, tell you what, you find me a person that says, I'm not buying a PS4 because there's no mod support, and
he will retract his statement.
Yeah, I'm going to retract my statement. That's it. I'm not doing anything crazy. Tell you what.
Let's go find the internet.
Tell you what.
Let me go find the internet. Let's go to the Fallout 4 subreddit.
Oh, God, you're going to pull some out of the woodwork. How about this? Someone in RT, Florida. Someone in RT, Florida.
All right, we'll do that later.
We have like 400 people. You can find someone, I'm sure.
Yeah, do that, and I'll change the background on my phone again.
Okay. Oh, I have some ideas for you.
No, you just got to change it back to the Little Mermaid
to
Chris.
the picture of Chris. That was so amazing. Oh my gosh, that was probably one of the best Photoshops I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was awful, but
It
it was
was.
fantastic. Perfect timing.
It was amazing.
So, Will,
Yo.
I think you let's just go ahead to your nice little corner on your side of Florida, and let's just go talk about Nintendo.
Yes.
Being our
I need
Will's
like some
Nintendo
kind of intro
corner.
song.
head.
I need like an intro song for that.
Head.
We don't even have an intro for this podcast. What do you want from us?
Yeah.
I don't know. We can sing something. Nintendo corner with Will.
It's the Nintendo corner with
It's
Will.
me, Will. All right, so
Oh God, we might get copyright strike for that. Come on,
I mean,
this is Nintendo.
Hey, that's true. I don't think Nintendo's coming to our podcast, wondering if we're infringing on their copyrights.
You never know.
We'll
Man.
get struck with the
That would-
DMCA.
They go after
That would
anybody.
be pretty petty. How many downloads do we have on this podcast?
Enough, Will.
Enough.
Enough to get us sponsors.
We are on iTunes.
Look, Will. Look at all our viewers.
Enough that we keep
They are
making
vast.
more.
I would keep making these even if we didn't
Enough
have
that people
viewers.
keep pestering us to make more.
Before I start my segment, I want to throw a shout out to all of you listening. You are amazing. We love you.
We heart
and we
you.
hope you continue to keep listening. Yeah, we heart you. We less than for you, as many people say nowadays.
Hashtag
No,
art
Will, that's just you.
you.
No, I'm less than 9. I beat everyone all the
Oh.
way up the keyboard.
Well, guess what? I don't even use numbers. I use the hashtag. Less than
Yeah,
hashtag.
I don't understand that. What does that even mean?
It was an accident. Okay, so it was an accident where I was just like, we were chatting on Twitch. Instead of like doing a heart, I accidentally kept my finger on the shift button.
I'm looking at the key right now, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So that's just how that happened. And then it just turned into a joke, and then we kept rolling with it.
I mean, I can get behind that.
Yeah. So you know what?
Well,
I don't heart you. I heart pound you. Which just sounds
sounds
creepy.
really
Is that a
weird.
t-shirt?
That sounds really weird.
It does. It's like you can
I'm
only
gonna,
do
I'm
it
gonna
in
roll
text.
on past that.
You can only do it in text. You can't like say it out loud.
Oh gosh.
So let's go back to that
Yeah,
Nintendo
yeah.
corner,
So,
eh?
some interesting things to talk about. So the first thing I want to talk about actually is Super Mario Run. At the Apple press conference, Shigeru Miyamoto actually announced that they are releasing a game called Super Mario Run for iPhone and iPad. And basically what it is it's, I don't want to call it an auto scroller, but it's kind of along those lines where Mario is continuously running through the platforming level, and all you have to do is tap with one finger to make him jump. And the main goal is to either get to the end, or you can do a challenge mode where you try to collect as many coins as you can before a timer runs out.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think this is a brilliant move by Nintendo, because this is a market that they've really been missing. And Shigeru Miyamoto said that this is going to be a game where I think there's going to be a paywall where you can maybe play, World 1 for free, and then if you want to pay past, or you go past that, you have to pay some fee. But he said it's going to be a flat fee, which is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that this is going to be huge for Nintendo, because they're going to start breaking into the mobile market, which is, something that's been really hurting their sales when it comes to mobile gaming. And I've read some reports that they're looking at potentially having over 1 billion downloads of Super Mario Run. And if you think about 1 billion downloads, and let's say half those people actually decide to pay for the game, and let's say the game's $2, it's like you just made $1 billion there.
Oh no, and not to
minus
mention
whatever fees.
Not to mention, I think it was $1 billion within the first week.
Yeah, which is crazy. I don't know. It's just like, I don't understand why they didn't do this earlier. This is just like a cash cow waiting to be milked. And it's like not...
Maybe they were just waiting for the right moment.
Maybe.
But I think the main killer was, oh, look at our sales.
Yeah. I mean, that
They're
was
going
really...
down a lot.
You think this, the year after the Wii U came out and they saw sales hurting, that would be the thing they jumped on. But I'm wondering if this is like one of the first major games that's coming out of their partnership with DNA. And unfortunately, I don't know if they are partnering with DNA, or if this is just them making it. But it could be that this is the first thing coming out of the partnership between them. And I don't know. I'm just really excited for it. Unfortunately, I have an Android phone. So
I don't.
Oh, good for you.
I have it. They actually have it on because it's not released yet. They actually have it in the App Store to where you can get notified when it comes out.
Oh man, I'm so
That
jealous.
is one of the only times I've seen that. So it's an actual.
jealous.
You like click a button. It's like we will notify you when this is released. So that's the first time I've seen that. And you know what? Only Nintendo. They would only do that for Nintendo. They didn't
Brag about it.
They didn't even do it for Pokemon Go. Actually,
They wouldn't.
That's true. I don't know.
No,
Maybe
they
it's
didn't.
kind of like a pseudo pre-order thing, so that they can get the word out early. I mean, honestly, with the way they advertise the Wii U, if they can get people on board before the game even comes out, that's good news for them.
oh yeah.
So I don't know. I'm stoked about that. I don't know about you guys,
Oh,
but I think it's
absolutely.
not only is it going to be a fun game to play, but it's just a brilliant move by Nintendo to move into that market.
Which I'm surprised they haven't beforehand, because a lot of their games are very simple in that aspect that it seems like not to say that it would be easy to move them over to mobile devices, but they seem like the type of games that are perfect for it. The controls aren't that complex. They
No.
they don't take too much for the actual player to, use more than, two thumbs like you would on any controller.
Yeah. It was funny too to watch Shigeru Miyamoto demo it, where it's like, oh, you can do a bunch of stuff. You can like hold onto a rail on a subway, or high five your friend, or eat a hamburger, and he's like playing the game while eating a giant burger, and you're like, I am totally gonna do that.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you don't have an iPhone, do you?
No, I do not. I have an Android.
You and I are gonna have to slum it
Hashtag
togetly.
Android life.
Do any of you have iPads or anything?
I'm not even sure if I want the game.
What? How can you say that?
Usually I pay for mobile games, and then I just.
Well, you don't even
I'm
have to pay
not a
for it
big
technically.
Mobile.
This is a Mario game. You're gonna
Oh,
play
no.
it. Of course, you're gonna play it.
I haven't played an actual Mario game since 64.
Yeah. Well, when it's in your pocket, you don't really have much of an excuse.
Yeah, there you go.
Other than like Mario Party, or not Mario Party, Mario Kart.
Chris, I'm gonna secretly download it onto your phone, and you are gonna have fun. Damn it.
when it becomes available.
Yes, that one.
You can just hand him my phone
All
during
right.
the meetup and be like, Chris, play this.
Play this and understand what you're missing.
You're gonna enjoy it, damn it.
Oh my gosh. So the next
Meh.
the next topic I want to talk about in Nintendo Corner, just to kind of move it along, is the potential NX reveal. So I know that I've talked a lot about the Nintendo NX in previous podcasts, and I just can't help it because I'm getting really, really, really stoked for it. So real quick, this week is the oh my goodness, I can't remember. I think it's called the Tokyo Game Show, or the Tokyo Game Expo is this week, and there were a lot of rumors flying around that they were going to do an NX reveal or do some type of an announcement for the NX at this expo, but I think it's looking like they're not going to talk about it at all, and a lot of the reports I've seen have talked about the announcement happening probably early October. At least that's what a contact at the Wall Street Journal had started hinting at. So, unfortunately, we're all going to have to wait a little bit longer to hear about the NX.
The Tokyo Game Show.
Tokyo Game Show, yeah.
Starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts tomorrow.
So I don't remember the guy's name, but there were some leaked Snapchats of some of the banners from the game show in the Nintendo booth. And the guy was kind of like hinting at, like, oh, something's gonna happen. There's gonna be a reveal. What's going on? But it turned out to be a hoax, and the guy just crushed all of our souls. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting like to the point where I just don't even care. I'm like, you know what? You've had so many opportunities to talk about this, and you haven't done it yet. You know, I'm just like, all the hype that I had built up is slowly dying away. And I know I say that every time, but it's true.
Do we even have a release date for it yet, or is it still like...
It's a release month. They say March 2017, which is crazy because like the time between now and then is dwindling, and they're losing marketing time. You know, they're losing time to advertise it or explain to people why they should buy it. And I don't understand. It's crazy.
And you feel like they would start doing that around this time, because that's...
Oh, yeah. You know, you look at a lot of consoles, and they do a lot of advertising like a year and a half before the console comes out.
Which makes it even more curious why they didn't really do anything for E3 besides just kind of be like, hey, here it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be some reason for it, and I don't know what it is, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to sit here, suffer, and wait.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chris, are you excited for the NX?
That's the signs of the three S's.
What?
And are two S's and
What?
a W. Sit here. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
No. Go on with this. Go on. I want to know where you're going with this.
It was 3 S's and a W, right?
What you do for any release that you really want.
Yeah. Or
What
I
do
think
you
it was
do?
2 S's. Yeah.
Well, it was only two S's.
So all right. So what do you do?
What was it?
Sit here, see, and wait.
Sit here, see.
Sit here, see, and wait.
Well, I'm going to be doing a lot of that.
SSW.
But you still hope for some news.
Yeah, needless to-
like.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously inevitable that it's going to come. The problem is I'm impatient and I want it all right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's where we're at in that front.
Hashtag first world problems.
And then I think last but not least, the last thing I wanted to talk about was, crap. What did I want to talk about? Oh my gosh, you guys! I forgot what my third thing was. Well, I think Nintendo Corner might be out of business right now. I forgot what my third thing was. I didn't write it down like a fool. So, on to the next thing. Thank you for tuning in to Will's Nintendo Corner. Turning it over to Chris.
So speaking of Nintendo over there in Will's Corner, let's go ahead and talk about Pokemon Go.
Aw,
so we
yeah.
do.
Well, I mean, sort of.
We've kind of missed a few things with in the past. And I know our most previous podcast was about Pokemon Go. So let's just go right back to the game.
Yeah. About
God, is it still a mess. But it's getting there. There's hope. There's hope for it.
Oh, yeah.
So they got rid of the whole tracking system because of third parties
Unfortunately.
crashing the servers.
Oh,
So
is
that's-
that why they got rid of it?
Yeah. The
I just
third
thought it
party
didn't work
systems
very
were
well.
No. Well, that part of the reason why was because of, people connecting to their servers to get this information.
Right.
So they got rid of that, and now they've introduced a new buddy system. So you can pick one of your favorite Pokemon, and it's considered your buddy. And the more that you travel around with said Pokemon, it will drop candies and stuff like that. So it's perfect for any rare Pokemon that you get that you can't find elsewhere. Only problem is it takes a while to get said candies. I know a lot of people are reporting like they've had to walk 3 kilometers to just get a single rare candy just a candy form.
Oh.
A single candy for that Pokemon.
It's not ideal.
I mean, I can imagine they're doing it as a way to be like, hey, go walk some more.
Hey, you haven't walked enough, so go walk some more.
Yeah. Which, have any of you guys actually gotten the update for the buddy system yet?
Yeah,
I haven't.
I've done. I have it on my.
Yeah, I haven't gotten it either. Is there anything else anybody want to talk? Anything else anybody wants to talk about?
So, how about Mass Effect? Huh?
Fine.
Hype is real. Hype is
You're
real.
going to hear me
Hype
talk
is
about
real.
it until it comes out. Even then,
Yeah,
after it comes
well,
out, we'll be
you're-
talking about it.
Remember how
I
you
know, that's
love
fair, that's
Nintendo
fair.
so much? That's our
This
love
is
for
how we
Mass Effect.
feel.
Yes, I am well aware of that. As someone who has never played a Mass Effect game, it still looks fun, and you're right. I did see
think
part of
we
the
need to
trailer
change
for
that, bro.
Andromeda, so yeah.
Bro, we need to change that real soon.
But I heard that Mass
Yeah.
Effect 1 wasn't that great. Should I just start with Mass Effect 2 and try to play through that?
Honestly, okay, to
No,
be honest,
go-
I
you
actually
start at the beginning.
accidentally, I accidentally started playing 2, but if you want the full story, if it's you should start with 1.
No,
All right.
You really
So I
should.
could,
Well,
I could just play
you-
through it, not do
you
many
have
side
to
quests,
start
just
at
kind of get
one.
through it.
I'm
Which,
telling you right now.
Chris, there's that thing at the beginning of November. You should try then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that thing.
We're not going to say anything about it now, but we're just going to hint at it. Jake's already hinted it a bit on Twitter.
There's a
Now
thing
we're hinting
happening.
at it on the podcast. It's the beginning of November. Well, we'll eventually really reveal what it is, but right now We're talking about Mass Effect Andromeda.
Keep your eyes
Whoop
out.
whoop.
Yeah, so let's go back to Andromeda. What's your thoughts on the new characters? Because I know one of my friends did not like the new Asari. Completely hated the Asari.
It's a different
way she
route.
looked.
I mean, as far as Asari go, okay. No, the walk was hilarious. I was watching it like it was at the very end of that new the new 4K trailer video gameplay thing, and I'm like sitting there. They're supposed to be leaving. I'm like, is she okay? Was she like riding a horse too long? I don't know.
I don't mind her. I think it's great, like the way she looks. Just because it's like, oh, this isn't Samara. This isn't Tasani.
It's very new.
It's somebody completely different. Yeah, which is
Because,
what you want.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, like in the Mass Effect games, like you had Samara and Liara and a few other main characters. Everyone else looked the same. It's like the shades of blue and purple were different. And then you have this one. Now they actually have like the different. They kind of like did the freckles again, like they did with Liara, but they're different. And then it's very new, and they're adding more diversity to it, which is nice. It's always nice whenever they come out with a new game.
Perfect. Well, just what I want. I don't want to play. I've already done Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. I want something different. Give me a new character.
We don't want Mass Effect 4 starring Mass Effect 3 characters.
Yeah.
I mean, cameos would be nice. We wouldn't mind it, it's wrapped up.
If you're shoving us into a new galaxy, let's just do.
Do you guys think that was just like a limitation of the hardware, or do you think it was just like, they didn't feel like making as many races or like creating the diversity in the game that they really needed?
For what?
You said they're adding, some diversity to the new Mass Effect game. Did they not really have that in Mass Effect 3? Do you think it was just like a limitation in the hardware?
No, they kind of did, but yes, it was a hardware thing, but also they added so many new races, so many new species. This is just me kind of like throwing a fit because it was like the same, even though it's all different. To a normal person who's just like, oh, this is a video game. It's like, yes, it was nice, but to someone who, you're really into video games and the stories, then it's like, all right, yeah, it's cool, but can we get more than, 3 Asari that look different?
Yeah.
The most frustrating thing with this is just like how much they've slowly, like, we're not showing anything here. It's E3. We're not going to show anything. We're going to show like this really weird 30-second weird clip. And then they saved it for the Sony press event, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna save it for N7 Day, which is November 7th.
Obviously.
So,
which
a little frustrating.
We'll get.
The game
What do you
comes
think we'll get on
March.
N7 Day?
We'll probably get the lead character, kind of a backstory on him,
Ryder or
her. Yep.
Them.
Because
they don't gender identify.
Nope. So I think we'll get a nice little backstory on them and kind of like what's going on in the universe. Why is this different from the world that we left in? Well, the world that we left in Mass Effect 3 and the world that was the Milky Way galaxy. So
yeah, and then also it'll be nice because they're gonna release the Titan Comics is actually doing it. They're releasing the graphic novels that kind of tie the two stories together. So if you want to kind of see how they're connected, I don't remember when they're releasing those, but you can kind of see like how it jumps from Mass Effect 3 to 4.
But this
what the
game
difference is and how it's connected.
At least the beginning of this game starts when Mass Effect 3 was happening, right?
I don't know. I haven't heard that.
Because I think we get introduced to the story in between Mass Effect 2 and 3. And I think they come over to this new galaxy, and it essentially starts right around Mass Effect 3.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. It's possible. It's possible.
Because I know this guy was sent out because of Shepard. Shepard foresaw he wanted to make sure humanity kept surviving after the Reaper threat, and sent he or she, the lead character, over to this new galaxy. So,
Well, you just refer to him as Ryder because
Ryder?
it's whether you play femme or male, it's Ryder.
it's always Ryder. Just like Shep.
But what I always thought was interesting, which actually was just I think released with the newest information from the PlayStation gameplay, was that the guy from the first trailer in the N7 armor was actually their dad and not Ryder.
Interesting.
Yeah, which I thought was
is their dad
pretty
Shepard?
cool. So, hey, if you got that
Or mom.
ending, it's possible.
Or mom.
Well, no, the guy in the trailer, it was a guy because it didn't have the breastplate. It was just a breastplate.
Oh.
But yeah, and then also the Ryder, the male and female are actually siblings, which is cool because they've in Mass Effect 1 to 3, you can choose male or female, and they're not connected in any way. It's like, oh, it's just you chose a different gender. But now it's like you have the option of having, the brother or the sister, and the other one is out there in space somewhere, just banging different aliens probably.
Yeah.
As you do in Mass Effect.
All right, I can get behind that game.
Of course you would.
Okay, yeah, because, let me just say, that's, you bang your way across the galaxy. That is what Mass Effect is about with Shepard.
Solid.
You bang
Solid.
and trash talk and shoot people across the galaxy.
It sounds like GTA in space.
Well, no, and then your tagline is
Essentially.
basically, I should go.
Yeah, I'm just going to go.
We'll bang, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. That's what it is.
We'll have to show them that, what is it, from Machinima.
Yes.
Machinima has a
Oh,
really
those
good-
are beautiful. I forget what they're called, but yeah.
We'll show you.
Okay,
also
so I'm
show
definitely
the
going to have to
others.
play through Mass Effect.
But another cool thing that they're doing that, BioWare is doing, they're having that contest to actually voice a character in one of the upcoming Mass Effect games because they're making it a new trilogy. So it's not necessarily for the newest game, the first one, but it could be in 2 or 3.
That's awesome.
Or
So
it
you
could be in
actually have
another...
the option. You have the
unannounced
option
by
of
what you're
reading
doing.
a script and sending it into them and winning the chance to record. And it's really cool. If you get a win, you can go out to like London, LA, or somewhere else. I don't remember where. And they give you 2 options for the script. And it's
Vancouver?
pretty cool. You can be Jordan Tate, a smart and talented indie documentarian eager to give the real perspective on life in Andromeda. Or a tough mercenary where there are 2 mercenaries just talking about some of the difficulties living on the frontier and being pioneers in a new world. So it's
That's
cool
awesome.
how they give you like 2 different options, and it's like, hey, read this script. It's actually
yeah.
like a casting call thing.
They also did that
That's
with Mass
legit.
Effect
That's
3,
really cool.
but I'm not sure what happened to the winner. I know a female won it, but I think she just played... I think if you go on the Citadel, you can hear her, but I'm not sure who she is on there.
Right. Well, it's interesting that Okay, I realize this is going to sound like I am abruptly changing the subject, but the Zelda Universe website actually had a
Roll's eye emoji.
Linked to a place where you could do casting calls when they were doing voiceovers for the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess.
Oh.
So they were actually creating like a Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess movie where they were doing voiceovers of all the cutscenes and then stringing them together. And so you could like audition to be, Zelda or Midna or any of the characters, and they had open auditions for it, which I thought was really cool. So, but yeah, that would be awesome to be immortalized in one of those video games.
Yeah.
And something that millions of people play.
And it's just another way of getting that hype out, too.
Most definitely. And Victoria, we know how I feel about hype.
Yeah, yes.
It's real!
And honestly, because of you and your hype and just how much you use it, you've gotten me on the hype train.
Woo!
Hype train has no brakes, and I hate it.
Please. There's no room for brakes.
It's
Where
just
we're
a hype
going.
lever. Instead of the brake lever, it's a hype lever.
It's just a rocket engine strapped to something. The hype rocket engine.
So just like all rockets,
You can do
they
better
must
than
come
that.
down. And I think this is a good point to end the podcast.
Well, what if that rocket is in space?
Shh, don't worry about it. There's gravity up
Yeah,
there.
Chris.
or something
No,
like
no,
that.
there isn't.
No.
That's the thing. It's
Yes,
in
there
space.
is. Oh my
There's
gosh.
no
Yes, there
gravity.
is.
Don't worry about that part.
Yes. Victoria, there's gravity
Not in
space.
space.
Yeah, oh my gosh, please, Chris, end the podcast.
There's
Chris,
a movie
please.
about it, you know. To bring this all back around, there was a movie.
All right, whatever.
All right. So this is a Slightly Off Podcast, episode 7. You can find us fantastically. Now we're on Google Play, so you can add us there.
whoop.
You can find us on iTunes. Our Twitter is at Slightly Off Pod. RT Florida. You can find us on Twitter with RT_Florida. There's our YouTube page, RT Florida Community, and Facebook, and most importantly, the roosterteeth.com site.
The most important.
The most
It is.
important.
We can never stress that enough, and people will still just be like, "What? You guys have a group page?"
Surprise!
Yes, we have a
motherfuckers.
group page. Come on, man.
What up? So we have another game night. One will have already passed by the time we put this episode out. That's our
Yep.
Community Day one with RT California and St. Louis
And St. Louis and Matt from Big Bite.
and Matt from Big Bite. Our next one's going to be the 29th. It's the last Friday in September.
That's the
Currently
30th.
So that's actually the 30th. I lied. We currently have the option playing RT Illinois. It's either going to be Overwatch or Halo 5 or both. We'll see what happens with that. So vote
You
on
never
that.
know.
And we'll have another community game night on the October 15th, hopefully in the works.
Whoop.
Aw, yeah. Getting real excited for that.
We'll see you next time, guys. So just remember, be
Bye.
awesome because you're awesome.
Bye-bye.
Do more awesome because of that awesomeness.
We love you.